Welcome, everyone, to another edition of In the Divide, where we're bringing all things together in crypto with Algorand. Hopefully, you're doing good. Things are moving, things are going fast. Summer is almost over. But first, I got to get you some algo news. Things are kind of moving fast, like I said. Uh, Pretty much what I want to do in this episode of In the Divide. I want to address some of the voting. Of course, it seemed like every time voting gets started, there's people who are very passionate about the voting subject, especially with the governance trying to do something with DeFi. Um, People are very opposed to some of the things because they see very big risk with whales and institutions and things of that nature. We got to get some things figured out to see how this blockchain, we can get it moving to a place where it needs to be in a DeFi system. Is very, very important. One of the things that's going on in other systems that make them more useful is that a lot of other blockchains, their DeFi system is in full effect. One of the reasons Bitcoin, of course, they're not a transaction layer. A lot of people who are using DeFi on those old platforms, even Ethereum, people are using DeFi in those things because they really can't do anything else. You do one transaction and you keep it there. It's almost like our governance is that people are coming into our governance. They keep the governance money, put the money in governance, earn their rewards, and just move it from there because it's the safest thing. A lot of times right now, you see, these big dogs in this, and you see some other ones that work with Ethereum, the Polygons, the Aave, the Pancake Swap, the Uniswaps, and all those other things. Those are the layers that allow those old blockchains like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, to actually be valid, is because it allows people to work in the DeFi system of those blockchains because it allows things to move at a lesser cost. So why is Algorand struggling? One is our DeFi is still not up to par. As far as when I say up to par, that means that it's not being utilized because it's in its infancy. Our things that we have from Yieldly to Tiny Man is still trying to figure out, and we're still trying to educate the people who are coming onto Algorand about DeFi. When people came onto Algorand, it was governance, and governance was the thing that we were looking at. And right now, people are still in governance. That's all they're doing. And what I would like education. I would like clear factors to you people knowing the cost of something, because you can be in DeFi and you can look and see something that is got 300% APY and you jump in it, right? But what's going on is you can put money in there and then you'll see something else and you take it out. And what happens is you have to pay attention to how, when you pull things out, because you may have made $30, but what happens in different DeFi things, you'll take it out and your charge is $30. You really didn't make anything. DeFi is not really easy to really understand, especially somebody coming in just saying they're trying to do crypto and you just don't understand. You have to understand impertinent loss and impermanent loss and all these other things and factors of how the liquidity actually works, where one goes up and then they have to buy the other one to level it out. People don't understand. They looking at the percentages and it's like, okay, I'm in for that. But then the impertinent loss takes all those gains. It's a risky thing in DeFi, and we have to understand and educate and not just tell people we need the ecosystem to be done, because it's a gamble. This is what you have to understand. This is a risk going into DeFi. Going into governance is not a gamble. So even if you incentivize, what are you incentivizing? Education should be an addendum to everything that has to do with DeFi, because you want to educate the people who are coming in. Because if you try to push people into a DeFi system and you don't educate them and they start losing money, then you discourage them. So this is not financial advice, but I want to kind of get this going because this is always a contentious time in Algo when we get these things going, but hopefully we can discuss things in a mature fashion and understand that these things are going to make the ecosystem grow and be stronger. So I think I did this before where we looked at some of the measures that designating 7 million algos for Q4 of the 2022 governance reward to DeFi governors. So these are the things that they're trying to do. They're trying to implement these things so the DeFi is going to be able to give enough awards to incentivize and attract. And they're kind of decentivizing the rewards for the governance because they are trying to find a way to make our DeFi more robust. And it has to be an understanding between the people who are on, the people who are investing. You want Algo to grow, you want Algo to expand. And DeFi is one of the things that is a metric we have to understand that needs to be fortified. But like I said, anything that has to do with this, before you do that, it has to be, the DeFi system has to be cleaned up to where everyone understands. There's clear understanding of how things work, where it has to be an education thing before you go into it, understanding impermanent loss, but it has to be an education component if you're going to force or going to incentivize people into it. And without an education, knowing that people are trying to do the safe thing and you're telling them, no, we need you to risk. I need people to understand, to be educated, then the risk is worth it. Just don't tell people to go to DeFi with no other means. Well, that, they should learn. No, it has to be education. It has to be Algo to be able to put that in. If you're going to do 7 million out for governance, you can throw some millions of dollars for education. So that's my spiel on the governance thing. But I want people to do the governance and, like I said, go in with constructive criticism and all the things that need to be shared. But let's do our due diligence to make the ecosystem the best we can do. All right. So distributed finance acquires Algorand NFT marketplace Rand Gallery. This is another thing that's kind of an under the table kind of thing, because right now with the market the way it is, DeFi, NFTs kind of petered out. The worst thing about an NFT is, it's easy. It's a nice thing for people to get into, but because it has no use case on most cases, the value is only as good as what somebody else is willing to pay for it. And since everything is down, it doesn't seem to be an item that people are actually going to be looking to really acquire right now. So with NFTs, it's more of a buy and hold. It's just like the whole market right now. It's kind of buy and hold, because either you're going to try to sell at a lower value, but like I said, not financial advice, just trying to do some education and encouraging that, you know, some of these things that you're going to have to do, you're going to have to do look long term, unless you're trying to pack your bags and try to exit. So that's another thing. Whoops. The third thing that I wanted to do is, with the merge coming with ETH, the Defisafety has been doing it did an okay job with Algorand. It's just showing some of the things that they came up with as far as the safety protocols and what they found with Algorand. So they do this with a lot of other blockchains and things of that nature. So Algorand, so see here, oh, Algorand. They didn't pull it up. So basically, the document was supposed to be here. Thought I pulled it up or read it earlier. Anywho, so you can kind of go onto the Twitter and you kind of see what they have here. Like I said, there's some due diligence that they found that you know, is very standard. Some of the things that questions they have as far as some of the auditing and stuff like that, I kind of found kind of weird why they wanted something like an audit for um, what was it? The Algo Explorer. It says in number 8, the BitQuery and Algo Explorer together were able to provide most of what we consider to be considerable Explorer features, such as interaction, blah blah blah. Hold on, I guess with 10. So Algorand testing efforts, on the other hand, leave us feeling neutral. Available testing lines per code is rather low, and code coverage is listed at roughly 55% per code.io. We couldn't find a complete public testing. So, you know, they did some due diligence. Some of the things, like I said, is very pertinent. They had also issues that we had a low bounty program, probably because we're haven't been hacked. So it's probably low on our totem pole. If you're a Solana or other blockchains where you've been hacked multiple times, yeah, you want to put your bounty up there to about 25,000, 25 million, because you want to make sure you're secure. But Algorand, I know, believes in the technology and what they've done. So that doesn't bother me in the least. But this is the video. Please, everyone, subscribe, hit the comment below, especially with governance if you have an idea. Also, one of the things I want you to know, when I go to Dubai, I am planning to go to Decipher. I'm going to Decipher. I do want to ask anyone that is able to help donate whatever you can. Trying to get some extra equipment, trying to get some new equipment, so when I go over there, I have good lighting and things and equipment, so I can bring some definitely better interviews and some good interviews and some you know, some snippets from out there. Maybe do some live streaming and everything else. But please, like I said, when that happens, I need you to subscribe. I need you to be on. If I can do a live, I'll be out there. This is the video. This is Sam Houston, hoping that your tomorrows are better than your today. And I'm out. Peace.